Imagine a software rewrite so massive that it took more than 10 years to complete because it was running governments, universities, and public institutions. And if it failed, entire payroll cycle could stop, leaving millions of people unpaid on a fixed date. This was the rewrite of the software used by hospitals, banks, and other public institutions, where even a simple bug would have caused total chaos. So extreme testing of that rewrite was also required. Even after a rewrite, millions of records of the existing customers has to be migrated safely to the new system. We are talking about a rewrite of the software called PeopleSoft. This was the software suite created by the company with the same name, PeopleSoft, in 1990s. Over the time, this software suite became so popular that many government organizations, public institutions started using it, and over the time, they became dependent on it. But in the year 2000, one of the largest software companies in the world, Oracle, acquired PeopleSoft. Under the Oracle, PeopleSoft software suite was stable, was steadily growing, and everything was running smooth. PeopleSoft stayed stable, but the software world around it was changing rapidly. Cloud computing was becoming mainstream, and software as a service, aka SaaS, was changing entire enterprise industry. SaaS was extremely easy for the customers. No frequent deployments were needed, no high cost infrastructure maintenance cost was needed because SaaS is a concept where customers can use enterprise softwares as we use Gmail or Amazon. You don't need dedicated team for infrastructure support. Update happens without customers' interventions, and overall it's more cheaper because infrastructure cost is very less. Now Oracle has to face this challenge because the main problem was PeopleSoft software suite was classic on-premise intranet-based application software suite where clients manage their own private servers. Because of that, software was becoming heavier and expensive for the customers. Oracle competitors could have taken the advantage of this and they could present SaaS model and could harm Oracle. And because of this, Oracle has to make PeopleSoft SaaS. Even legendary Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison was and still a strong advocate of cloud computing and SaaS model. And then journey began. But there were some genuine challenges in the route of making PeopleSoft software as a service. As we discussed earlier, PeopleSoft was on-premise intranet software suite. In a typical scenario, customer would have their own private server and their own copy of PeopleSoft backend running in that private server. So one backend was managing entire processing and data for a particular single organization or organization with multiple branches. It was a tightly coupled code and was a kind of simple as compared to SaaS softwares. In SaaS model, software is not divided in terms of separate servers, but in SaaS, one software should accommodate all the customers' customization and data. This model is heavily dependent on API-based model, and current PeopleSoft software architecture obviously could not support all these features. So Oracle decided, let's rewrite entire PeopleSoft software suite and make it SaaS. Oracle decided to implement this rewrite gradually because software suite was so big and Oracle had a good idea that it will take many years. And apart from the software rewrite, there was customers' historical data, their customizations, and everything has to be migrated. All this work began in 2006 and it took Oracle 10 years to complete rewrite and migration. This legendary rewrite has many interesting facts. For example, PeopleSoft was written in the language called PeopleCode, but Oracle decided that they will use Java Enterprise Edition JEE so that they could make the new system robust SaaS. Oracle implemented Fluid UI, which made PeopleSoft runnable on mobile and tablets. Oracle made PeopleSoft completely metadata driven. All the things were stored in database, no hard coding, and it was super flexible and super customizable. This new software was renamed as Oracle Fusion. This rewrite was so critical and massive that thousands of engineers worked on it. Official number is not confirmed, but an estimate says 15 to 20,000 worked on it for an entire decade. For these 10 years, software engineers were working hard to rewrite millions of lines of code of PeopleSoft. Apart from rewrite, they had to prepare for migrations. They had to migrate the existing customers' data. And for this migration, they had to do so many migration tools. But this migration was not simple. The data engineers were migrating was containing information about the salaries, government projects, and finances. Any simple file leak could harm Oracle's image. So while migration, Oracle has to encrypt existing data. This migration was insane, amazing. Oracle presented an example of how massive rewrite could happen without any harm to customers' data. My name is Nadeem. My answers on Quora has got 800,000 views in just 3 months. Subscribe to Deep System Explained. We discuss deep systems like garbage collectors, Linux internals, and amazing case studies.